Ebirano by'okwezi kwa kabiri 2024 kanisa bari rwakashatu na EVAS AKANKWASA ninyi ndabene ngakwisiyaho mbwijwire ikiriza twanze turebe ebije bwebembere
Omugaruko serizoba akachika kasyaka kurre by'ubururu karahizibwa kandi bikiriza kwa kwija gukora emirimo yabo batine kibateganisa.
Simon Yabakama Mugenyi, having been appointed chairperson of the Electoral Commission, swear in the name of the Almighty God that I will and truly exercise the functions of chairperson of the Electoral Commission.
Abahinji b'amajyano muri bwejo nabashaba government kwebahereza factory yabokwe
kunka amajyano government ngakora kapasare ne ukura abahinji nabone beyongera umukumi 2010 abahwejo bashaba kugira factory yabo
kandi hon obero district engineer wa district ya Rwanda obwa hatiya tacho mu office bwa nyuma yo kurgayo akabingwamo
banjurire mwena mu district engineer wa Rwanda hati Tachari Dennis Twist kumwe
Naganda omugarukosye
Matoyitu yagarukosya ikiriza mbase kubaninga kuritiro mbwijire herizuba akachiko akebyo bururu omuyangariyo neri ya Uganda kwinjira kumenya kaka Electoral Commission kargayo kabasa kuba nakarahiza abarishe kuba bakakora mu kandi muri abo aba harimo orukumenya ka Justice byabakama nwarabena kebembera harimo Steven Tashobya n'abandi binji abona bajyana bije kurebeka ngo bakora umurimo murunji omuyangariyo ya Uganda katubirebe
My Lord the Chief Justice and Honorable Minister, you are most welcome.
I, Simon Yabakama Mugenyi, having been appointed chairperson of the Electoral Commission, swear in the name of the Almighty God that I will and truly exercise the functions of chairperson of the Electoral Commission.
If the presidential election petition of 2021 had not been withdrawn, I don't know what the outcome would have been. For me, whether it was going to be allowed or disallowed, one thing I was going to come out there, having read the pleadings, the Electoral Commission must be given funds beginning today to carry out civic education in this country. One of the biggest problems is that we think we have taken it for granted that our people, they know this thing, they've been voting, yes. But I think the place of civic education in this country is really important. So that we begin today in preparation for 2026, and every Ugandan should participate. I think it will make a difference.
And the commissioners, you enforce regulations, but you don't make those regulations and laws. They are made by Parliament, and some of the regulations are subsidiary legislation. Your only duty is to enforce them. And when you enforce them, you are under attack. So I want to pledge that we shall continue to defend you against irresponsible and unfair criticism, because you are like a court. You seldom have the opportunity to defend yourselves. You are attacked, you can't call a press conference, you can't call a rally to defend yourself. So our job is to educate the citizens about how a commission such as yours takes decisions, and whether the decisions are good or bad, favorable or unfavorable, we have to respect them. I personally have ever been a victim of an unfavorable decision when I was thrown out of the electoral register. I made it clear that I disagreed with the decision, but I also made it clear that I respected it and I would take the matter to the courts of law, which I did.
To the people of Uganda, I wish to assure you of our unwavering commitment and resolve to execute our constitutional mandate in a transparent and impartial manner for the promotion of democracy in our country through the conduct of free and fair elections. That we undertake and we shall do. And to those who have expressed doubt about the lack of professionalism or willingness or ability to be impartial, I'd like to assuage your fears that given our respective backgrounds, men and women of tested character and professional performance in the areas we hail from or we were previously, I want to assure you that we are here to serve our country in accordance with the law and ensure that the elections we organize preserve the sanctity, the unity, and the peace and stability this country is known for. My team will unreservedly ensure that, working together with the people of Uganda, we shall conduct elections that all of us can be proud of.
Akakiiko k'ishonjera ka social protection kabugineho abanyishenjera abandi okubasa kuba nibahaja n'ahanshonga ezirikukwata aha by'amagara kanangwa kukira munonga hari abari omu yangeri ya Uganda kandi enshonga nyamwingi zibase kuba nizigambwaho muri abo baje nibishaba kurebeka ngu abanya-Uganda batebwaho muringo g'oburi omu yakubasa kuba narwana amagara ge nangwa kukira munonga bari kutunga ebizibu okashanga cyabagomera okwishikirira amarwariro abo kubashaba kasente
Akakiiko k'abanyishenjero akarakujunanizibwa aha social protection aho nanyumwazyo karigire kavuganaho n'abanyishenjero okubasa kurugayo bakaganira aha nshonga zitari zimwe na zimwe nangwa no kureba enshonga ezirikwataho abanya-Uganda ezibakwenda nangwa government ekoreho kandi muri ezi nshonga habe harimu okugira ngu habase kuteekwaho iteka omwishenjero erikumakiri ya National Health Insurance Bill kandi rikureho mangu.
Somebody specifically a social worker to deal with the issue of social protection, the social worker, and the Ministry of Public Service has put a ban on any recruitment. So how do you intend to address this? Because this has been going on and on. I agree with you that we need a dedicated and a specific person to address the issue of vulnerability in the community. But lastly, when you were looking at the categories of the vulnerabilities, in my own constituency, you remember we suffered a lot during the insurgency in the north. We have these children who are back from captivity and they have been abandoned. They have nowhere they call home. Even the relatives have rejected them. I don't know whether you have captured such. And even the Nordic children from the Nordic syndrome, I don't know whether they are also captured as part of the vulnerable group that you have. But
it is a time bomb for you. You are busy centralizing yourself with something small other than looking at the bigger picture. We are saying the sage money would cover the over 80 and plus who majority have not even got. Now you want to click on say, is it Sego? And yet it's a drop in the ocean. We have said we have not neglected this issue of Sego. What we are saying is, can we look at the bigger picture? The Sego team can still look at I mean, look for something. Like my mother is over 70 years, but she's strong.
abanyayishengera aba barugamba hona bagiye no kugira ngo bwahatiya abanya-Uganda obucweka bukwika 95 aharigana nabashoza sente nyamwingi obweze kugendera by'amagara nangwa n'ebindi bizu byonna ebikwatagarine n'eby'amagara ezikoletere kicyaremesa entunguka okubaho mu ihanga.
The way I understand social protection, that it is there specifically targeting highly vulnerable groups. And one of these groups are the old people. But yesterday, we had a meeting together with the people from the Ministry of Gender who are dealing with one program for old persons, that is SAGE program. I was really touched, if not disappointed, when one of your own, moreover direct, stood up and said that he's not in support with this program, with this other program we have of SEGO. And yet I thought this forum is there to advocate. I thought this forum is there to advocate for these vulnerable people. You are all aware that according to what you have just shown us there, SAGE has been only given 121 billion, I think, 0.20 for the coming financial year. And that amount is going to cater for only those from 80 years and above. But according to the Constitution of Uganda, and as we all know it, the old people
barje no kushabwa kuba basahona kurgaye bakateka ho speed y'ikijungerezi omukubasa kolabya mu itekeri rya National Insurance Bill okugira ngo rubase kuyamba abanya-Uganda buri muntu okugumana twarwa umwirwaro kandi akaragurizubwa atashwize sente nyingi ekiralete nangwa n'ebyamagara byatunguka.
Above 80 has not got anything, and you are still here on the issue of SEGO, which SEGO has never reached Terego. I'll ask the elderly people of Terego to look at you. The elderly people who are going to contest, who are only talking about SEGO, should first reach Terego. We can go to the next one. We have had that enough. I don't want to put emotions on this. Presenter number 2.
There are a number of initiatives that are mainly private sector led and community-based organization led. That would be low-hanging fruits around which community-based health insurance can be built. Can we pick interest in that? And possibly if we can't advance on a huge public national health insurance scheme, we'll start with the low-hanging fruits of putting in place a legal regulatory framework and rolling out the community-based national health insurance system. For the prayers, I think they are spot on.
Bitona nabwe ekibuzo nje gumaho kikwebuzwa yabitekeri yaheza kuletebwa umwishengero neryije koraba mukande nari yarabiremu government yanebasa kwija futeka ho sente zo ningashina kirekera abase kumara ereganise gukora ikintu eki.
SEGO, it has become very difficult to reduce the age because you are going to be referred to SEGO. Those from 60 to 79 can benefit from SEGO, while the who are above 70 will now benefit from SAGE. But the challenge is that the money under SEGO is too small to cover everywhere, just as my sister said. So I think we need to think about this, whether SEGO is really very important. I think yesterday we had interaction. My proposal was that we need to start this program. Instead of dividing ourselves within and at the end we are nowhere, it's better to consolidate the program under SAGE so that we can cover many of the elderly. That's what I want to say about SEGO and SAGE. Then my second comment is about the national.
SEGO versus SAGE. I think we need to have a very serious meeting to address this issue. Because when we start dividing ourselves along this line, then we are defeating ourselves. My issue is about when the presenter was presenting about the issue of no law, no standards, and no regulation. I think this is yet another problem that we have. When are we coming up with a law to regulate social protection and social support services? Because this is key. Minus the
Dza asimwe kajis Tohe Ronald ahabwa Gntv omur Kampala.
Wanyuma y'abanya-Uganda okweyongera okukozesa ebitokoza bonko abanyishenjera batari bamwe na bamwe barige babaza kuba niboreka okukwatwa wanshonga egi kandi omuri abo orumonka Richard Lumo oguno omunyishenjero wa Mityana ey'amashuma yarige yabaza kuba nashabangu gavumenti erebeke ngu yacondoza kyenyine ekiri kutuma abantu nibejumbira omukozesa ebitokoza bonko oyiro okubirwanisa kwonka katubirebe.
Wanyuma y'enshonga y'ebitokoza bwonko kubakali omuyahanga ya Uganda ubwa hati abasigazi nyamwingi eminyeto hamwe n'empangare bahwerire ombitokoza bwonko ebirumu nkamarwa zasigara amirungi enjayi hamwe n'ebindi mbwenu ubwa hati eminyetejo abamwe n'amagezi gagatorayo amwe baba efa mutima bandi bagiramu nkakahuje mbwenu ishengero ry'ihanga rya Uganda bakargaho bahinguzaho iteka eryekwatine na nebitokoza bwonko kwenizo bari nyumazyo orukugwa ombigere byo mugambirizi w'ishengero rya Uganda Ogunwe Right Honorable Thomas Tayebwa atandikire urukiko rw'ishengero arukwanzura eberajuro ishengereryo agubarabizeho kugira ngo umukuru w'ihanga rya Uganda atekeho omukono bihinduke amateka. Omberagirebi ebyahinguzibwe isengero ubarkwena umukuru w'ihanga atekeho mukono bihinduke iteka harimo nkiteka erukurwanisa ebitokoza bwonko mu ihanga rya Uganda iteka erukwatire nebyentambara yo mwanya ebya Uganda Civil Aviation Amendment Act 2024 iteka erukwasire na nentambuza yemirimo omushweka koti ningashi echweka echobaramuzi hamwe n'iteka erukwatirine na nebinte birukubarukira omuyihanga rya Uganda oryete Explosive Act 2023 hamwe na gandi mateka. Right Honorable Thomas Tayebwa nuko kurgayo kandi akahamiza abanya-Uganda ngo mukuru w'ihanga rya Uganda Yoweri Kaguta Museveni tubaburwa ogunwe rehemba ogwenzura sabarwanyi argireyo no kutekaho umukono ahaberagirebi mweno bwa hati byaherize kuhinduka iteka.
Excellency the President has assented to some of the bills we have sent to him and we have received notification he has assented to the Civil Aviation Amendment Act 2024, the Judicature Amendment Act 2023, the Explosives Act 2023, the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Control Act 2023, and the Competition Act 2023.
Right Honorable Thomas Tayebwa yargayo no kumuriza abanya-Uganda ngo bahurabi ne amatsiko minji munonga ahabwa amateka gaherizwe kutibwaho umukono mukuru w'ihanga rya Uganda nkiteka eryo kuhayahayana oryete Competition Act nubwo kandi akagumizamu akisya minister ahabwiteka eryo ari kugira ngo iteke eryo kuhayahayana hagati y'abaguzi hamwe n'abakubambagura ngo ryine kubanditekwa omunkora.
We really hope these roads are going to play a very, very critical role in facilitating the smooth running of government, the smooth running of the business, especially the Competition Act. And Honorable Minister, you remember you promised us on the consumer protection, which we said we needed it separate from the Competition Act. Now we are at par with our peers in the region.
Mbwenu bwanyuma yorukugwa ombigere byo mugambirizi w'ishengero rya Uganda Right Honorable Thomas Tayebwa kurugaya kanjara amateka gagona agumukuru w'ihanga rya Uganda atireho omukono abanyishengero bargireyo no kuteka amani minji ahiteka eriyo kurwanisa ebitokoza bwonko bari kugira ngo government eyine kufayo munonga ikakwata amani minji kagateka omukinto echo nkonka government yihanga yabetatire mu mani kurwanisa ebyo ebirukuretera abantu banywa ebitokoza bwonko baba rya kusisha obwire nikiba kitabagasara mwen government efeyo munonga kureba ngo yarwanisa ebye ebintu byinji mirungi ebiri kuretera abantu banywa ebitokoza bwonko ebyo. Wamunyishenjero wishaza eryamityana ey'amashuma Honorable Richard Irumu nagira ngo no barayibakozere amatekaga ningashi barabezoho eberagirebi baba tafire yo kwiyaho ebyo ebiri kuretera abantu banywa ebitokoza bwonko ihanga tine kijyabe ndigasurwaho nakace
banonyerwaki abantu banywa ebiragalalagala nawe tunakola amateeka ng'ekibanywesa ebiragalalagala tetukijyeewo n'amateeka no weganaabeerawo.
Wamunyishenjero wishaza erya bukomansimbi eyo matemba Honorable Christine Ndiwalana yaragayo no kuhabura government nguyo egezeho kurebwa ngo yashobora abanyarwanda akikwatiye n'ebitokoza bwonko ngo kuba abamwe tubakumanya niki
ekisinga obukulu kwe kulaba nti mu butuufu ddala etteeka eryo ligobererwa naye litya kubanga nze kyenneewuunya kwe kusayininga etteeka ng'ogaana ekintu okubeerawo naye ate ng'ekikireeta tokijjeewo.
Abanyishenjera aba barigireyo bagamba bwingi ayiteekeri abamwe bashemerirwe abwiteekeri kandi n'abandi ebyara babitire omunyindo bari kusasibwa abantu b'ebicweka byabo bari kugira ngo akashonshore cyaka ryo mu iteekeryo akari kuzunana abantu abakwambahinga amirungi nkaza kubakwata kubi ngo kuba abanyarwanda binjo bwa hati ebicweka bahango aharigana ngo biha sente zabo mu kuhinga amirungi mwenu kuhinga amirungi kurarjeho abantu mbiza kubere mirimo kandi babure n'akasente na namakagabo gasobanjirwe
amayirungi gawa abantu 1,800,000 emirimu. Twafuna ripoti okuva butabika abali abagudde eddalu ebitundu 45 ku 100 bagenzeyo lwa mwenge omwenge tebagweranga.
kandi we omukyara kazi Sala Opendi oguno muchichi omukyara ahabwa district ya Tororo yargaye no kwisobora abanyarwanda ngo benda kurebuka ngu abobona abari kuhinga ebitokoza bwonko tubakibihingira kutokoza bwonko ngo bwa hati nibabihingira ombazi
akulaba nti buli ayagala kulima ebiragalalagala bino ayino kubirima nga birimira dagala okukola eddagala si kulirima okutundira bana Uganda kubanga butabika ejudi waliwo abali eyo mu byalo ne mu maka nga mitwe gyayononeka kulw'ebiragalalagala bino
bwenu obwa hati abahinji bamirungi ebyara babitire omunyindo basobanjirwe omukano mu kibira nibaragangire koma nibatera entomi ahansi obari kusaba government ngo akashonsereke akokwata kuhinga mirungi bagire bakiyeho obwo turinzire government y'ihanga rya Uganda ekwatanise na parliament ya Uganda ofuteka amatekaga omucyapa cy'ishenjero ngobwo gatandike okora bwenu bo abahinji bamirungi bariyo nibashaba government ngwe kaba yabasasara ngwa kubana goga bahindwire ekibali nakasenta kubine okusomesa abana okurebera amaka hamwe no kutekaho za business nguna mirungi gabo ahabwa Gntv agarukotya ndi Clinton nahabwe
Arukwebembera ekitongore ekirukwebembera okushoroza eby'emishoro mu yangeri ya Uganda ekya Uganda Revenue Authority ogweno mwami John Musinguzi yargayo yabasa kuba nahumuriza abatura abo mu Buganda kugira ngo ahumuze mutima ngo abo kuba tubarije kuba nibabiyaho akasenta kwinjira kumanya ko ruwaro akabentu babitura nibaherezayo ahabwa Uganda agira ngo nibijagumizamo nibakora nko kubatwire nibakora bukama bwabo ngo kandi shoro ibatwire nbahanu ko baragumana bacerezo butoshe reka tubirebe
umwaka ogutitire amabega gw'2023 oryenganzi wa kabaka bwa Buganda Charles Peter Maiga obyabe nahendera oruharo rumwaka ogwo akargayo yayereka ubutashemerwa amakuru agabengaraba ahamikutu ya Karmagezi hamwe n'endizo mikutu eri kugira ngo ekitongore ekiri kuzunanizibwa eby'umusoro mu yahangari Uganda ekya Uganda Revenue Authority URA ikiza kutandika kuyaho omusoro aharuwarorwe orwa kabaka omwaka ogu oguturumu ogw'2024. Tikiro wa Buganda Charles Peter Mayiga akageya ngu tikiri ky'obulinganiza ekitongole kirukuzunanizibwa eby'omusoro kurugayo kandi kikatandika kwiyaho omusoro aha ruwaro rwa Kabaka ngwakuba abantu ba Kabaka wa Buganda nibanu baherezayo ebirabo byabo birukuza hari Kabaka okugira ngu nabyo bukamuyamba kugira ngo akatwaza emirimo ye omisho.
Kabaka abantu bebaze bamuwadde sente awerera abaana abayambe ndete omusoro awo Haji Suwogamira Stagafulai
bwenuwe oryenganzi wa Kabaka bwa Buganda Katikiro Charles Peter Mayiga yargeya bugabuganaho na mukuru w'ekitongole eki ekirukuzunanizibwa eby'emisoro mu ihanga rya Uganda ekya Uganda Revenue Authority URA John Musinguzi yargayo kandi yatera omujere ibi byona ebibarugamba ngu ekitongole cya URA nicyenda kwiyaho omusoro ahari uruharo rwa Kabaka wa Buganda kwegumizamu akahumuriza abanya-Uganda na mnonga aba Buganda ngo ekitongole cya URA kine kitekateko cyona ekyo kwiza kwiyaho omusoro ahari yorwo ruwaro rwa Kabaka.
Nti kino si kituufu kubanga URA omusoro egujja ku nyingiza ya mirundi esatu. Enyingiza esooka ye employment income bonna abalina emirimu bw'oba osasula omusaala omusoro gugibwako gwe tuyita pay as you earn. Enyingiza endala ye business bw'oba olina business ng'ereeta enyingiza tuyina business income. Ate omusoro gwokusatu gwe property tax bw'oba olina ekizimbe ky'opangisa n'ojjamu income osasula rental tax. So bwe kubaako enyingiza endala etali mu bika ebyo ebisatu tegibwa ku musoro. N'olwekyo oluwalo yemu ku nyingiza ezitafolinga mu categories esatu ate URA teyina ekiragiro ate tekirowooza nako tutandika okujjawo omusolo ku luwalo lwa Kabaka.
John Musinguzi ogunwari mukuru w'ekitongole eki ekya URA yargayo n'okwereka obutashemerwa ngo abanya-Uganda bingi tebakwenda kuhereza omusoro kandi hatari musoro ihanga rya Uganda turikutambura misho nikwegumizamu akahabura abanya-Uganda kugira ngo bahe omusoro kandi bazaguma nibishikirira abembezi batari bamwe na bamwe okugira ngo bakabayambaho okugambira abantu na n'okubegesa okuba kubasa kuhereza emisoro egyo.
Buli muntu yenna tatandika kuwayo nga yeyagalidde. Ate ekibadde ekiyimirira wakati w'abantu okuwayo sente zebalina okuwayo mu musolo bwe butamanya bwe butategeera ebiragiro by'omusolo ne responsibility yabwe mu kuwa omusolo. Naye ow'ekitiibwa Katikkiro kinyonyodde bulungi buli munansi yenna alina obuvunaanyizibwa bw'okuwayo omusolo.
Bwenuwe Katikiro Charles Peter Mayiga obyaba aliyo nagambaho n'abantu aba yasaba abanya-Uganda ngo baherezeyo emisoro egyo ng'obo bambenda Uganda hamwe na gavumenti y'ihanga rya Uganda ebakorre ebyo byonna ebarukwenda.
Nti okuwa omusolo mulimu gwa buli mutuuze bw'abanga alina emirimu gy'akola. Okuwa omusolo si kibonerezo, buvunaanyizibwa bwaffe. Era tuwulira emirundi mingi ng'abantu baagala enguudo ennungi, baagala eddagala mu malwaliro, baagala amasomero amalungi. Ebyo birina kuva ku musolo. Naye gwe omutuuze abibanja wawaddeyo musolo.
Katikiro wa Buganda yargayo kandi yahabura abanya-Uganda bona n'abaganda okutwariza hamwe okugira ngo abo bona abineza business zitali zimwe na zimwe ngo baryeyo banywane ekitongole eki ekirukuzunanizibwa eby'okuha emisoro ngo babagambire ebintu okubiru kutambura ngo nabyambitambura kuba ekitongole ekyo kigambire ngo tikiri kwiza kukakana n'okugema esente zotakubasa ngo mbwenu okwenda kwerinda ebyo byona bagume banywane ekitongole eki barebke ngo bakora hamwe. Ahabwa Gntv agarukosya ni Clinton nabwe
Abari mnonga Clinton kandi okurwa mu district ya Rubanda ori chairman w'entebe ya gatano ahabwe district ejo ogano Mwame Steven Kasambya yarwaye basakwa na emerezori engineer wa district ejo kandi ogwene Dennis Twesigomwe kugira ngo arekera hemirimo yabire nakora kandi obwati nagambwa ngo Dennis atwire nakore emirimo etarumbuteka nangwa no kuryangatanasa esente za district ashabira kurwa mu office kugira ngo abase kono bakoro kuchondoza okureba yaba enshonga ezibamutiireho n'amazima ninga zitari mazima katubirebe.
Obwahati okutereza district ya Rwanda kugira ngo ubunde katebekana kandi ergamu imivuye twiremo kwarekere bamwe batakina mirimo n'abamwe bakomere byabo bargira mu office agbabe barumu no myanya y'ibabembebembera bagarukira mu cyaro kuza kulisa ninga bamwe kuza kuhinga. Eitugambere Dennis Twesugomwe hono go biro district engineer wa district ya Rwanda hono nangwana production officer Benon Kahanji tubakine mirimo kandi obwahati tokabasa kuzoma office gabo kabashangayo mwanyuma yor chairman wentebe ya katano ahabwa district ni emweje ya Rwanda owekitini sa Steven Kasaba kurga yakabajanga bakomeme byabo batiyo batahe bagaruko mu cyaro kuza kuhinga no kulisa obwe bariko bacyondozaho ahamishango ekirugambwa ngwaba batwire yangatanisa sente zitari zimwe na zimwe nangwa baremwa no kushohoza imbarira obwere kwataganisa n'ivye sente.
Take this opportunity to introduce to you banjurire mwena mu district engineer wa Rwanda hati tachari Dennis Twesugomwe kiraliwo kushika ningo kashemererwa kwa district engineer hati ni Habimana John with immediate effect tukagira ngo Dennis ahumure mirimo yeye hawo kwa twaturareba ngo eraburaburamu wakigamba ni tukatunga mu butikirizangana hangora kandi ibyasigire kabebembezi kagira ngo twatuze mu rutwe wenu John tutorine mu department kugira ngo steering department ejo department mu myaka ehingwire kutunga additional funding konka additional funding tine herarebe mugiga boka mutsigirege mune itobaroro bururu. Therefore we resolve that the district executive that Dennis ceases to be the district engineer of Rwanda with immediate effect. Kandi our accountability of the monies that we are not seeing for the district. Every time I take a decision, we are in Gowacho. It's nothing. We shall not allow the district to go in a long direction. We are in Gowacho. No way. We cannot accept that. We shall not, and we shall not succumb to pressure. Tukaza kukora umuhanda kwa rondo kuno twavuto milioni 9 kuna tureba road fund baja ngono kumanda kwa milioni 9 ngwezo kwa milioni 10 ziri ha chairman manager college. I will chase you away when you will see one abashija muri batekiniko people n'abantu batangushe muno n'abantu bacyasinga kuguma mu kora government.
Evyona chairman wentebe ya katano Kasaba abagambiro bw'abantu batongozaho okuombeka kw'ekizimbe ekiri kumanyika cyaha mu town council offices kandi ho neki ekirabe kine offices za town council ya district ya Rwanda ekiri kubarirwa kuja kuhezaho obukikuru bw'esente bukushikakena na mushanju n'akatanyeze mushanju omuza Uganda. Kasyaba anarigire yakagirango ababeraba babemba kora ko bemirimo yabo kandi hona kiretire district yimuketiyo yabiteka mu nkito kandi yatanka kubabuza kate no muhamuro akanana katano okwasa kugarukamo sente zibenzi burangana mu district yona aho district engineer abenabuza sente ezo gukora inkuto nangwa nezo gura bya karavata ningashi na projects zitari zimwe na zimwe eziri mu district. Omunyamakuru witu hona basize kushikokwe kandi atyo yatuhira y'amakuru gokwe.
We are in the district, we are working so much to reduce the levels of corruption. For instance, in the last month, we were able to interdict the district production officer after him failing to account for close to 200 million shillings. Money for extension workers, money for projects, money for purchasing fridges for vaccines. Now we have also put aside the district engineer, and we have done so for us to track. There are a lot of expenditures, contractors, shadow contractors that want him to come forward and explain how did these people come in. False supplies, culverts not coming, gravel not coming. So we have told him to step aside so that the internal auditor can do thorough analysis of his accounts and the expenditures involved in. Now we have appointed Abimana John to be the district engineer, acting district engineer for now, as we follow up on the accountabilities for the former engineer. It's not on interdiction, but we have asked him to step aside to pave way for proper accountabilities of the monies which we seem not to understand how they were spent. Close to 52 million, then another 32 million for culverts, then another 45 million for Rasayeza Road. All those monies they are becoming difficult to trace. So for us to get close to that, we are saying you be on the side so that the internal auditor can trace that money. Then we can probably say you can come back and work.
So at least we tell me that rules. If you don't have a pura bama who they banana and have a press, but don't really never forwarding a message. You tell us to our ability to this. We are just cleaning up. We don't fight personal battles. We don't have a enemy there. You know, no, it is principle living to Yakura. Can't go now to the drone system. Being zero up. Chairman Yanakan, but he said, we'll give it to other recovery. Recovery said, the matter was said, man, you learn from the mistakes. You to go to man, I was a chairman, he did that. So one question was Banya. So you come to collect the mistakes, but you don't miss. 2026, if you don't want to hear is that you just watch about the 70, watch about the minister, watch about the chairman Kasiava, who could hear if you come make 7 operate, Kasiama implementing that, Musa Sent has rate. Shabaka Rurako, Bamea Musidaron,
Nkecha district production and marketing officer akagira mweshonga bashanga hine sente zitatambwireje accountability yazo etakurebekaje. So immediately the chief administrative officer took action after consultations with the RDC and chairman. He interdicted him yarugo mu office kuko amateka ga government garagamba, government standing orders. Wawe ine shonga kauna requestinga you step aside, pave way for investigations. So investigations ezo niza kugumizamo ko mu myezi 3 zazitawire ahari munka polisi n'ibindi bitongore maximum n'emyezi 6.
Diza asimwe kagesi ahabwa GNTV agarkoski.
Kurugamo Greater Bushenyi abahinzi b'amajyane okushira mnonga abarugero babaza ku bantu batabukira company ya Igarati Growers kugira ngo ibasekwa ne baremesa okuhinga amajyane kwabonangwa no kubona kasente kandi muri yabo babase ku bantu bashagikwa Honorable Mwijuke Francis n'abandi bebembezi bazengo bwa hati company gitechishohoza amajyane ga mutindo kandi kiretire n'amajyane gabura kasente aho kitumere abahinzi bagarwanse kandi batandika kuterwa bworo. Reka tubirebe
eshonga z'amajyane obwa hateze kwasara hansi na higuru ahabanyishengero bakugayo no kucimitaka kumu omu government yihaga ya Uganda bakugira ngo yotekozere cyamane kandi hona tifireyo no muhendo gw'amajyane gukiriya hansi munonga kandi abantu tabarakutungamo ebiyona nibijeho bwanyuma ya company erukumanywa ya Igarati factory kurugayo kandi honetyo ikagumanira batera bugabe bw'abantu abakwinga amajyane okurwa mu district ya Pweju nangwa n'ibindi byanga barukukira ngo tabakutunga mu kasente. Amukuganiraho no munyishengero kujwekera abantu babuhweju Honorable Francis Mwijuke yargaye no kugira ngo bwa hatiya abahinje b'amajyane barumba rubaterwa kandi hona Igarati Growers neke yongera kurubatera bugabe bw'abahinji kandi nangwa ne barabya muno kubarabya mu misho ahakurgaye no kugira ngo hona bine kugira kibakoraho ninga shubuhweju etunge abajwekerwa aha board yabebembezi
mukaga na mwenda ubu Igara Bweju Mitoma na Bumbarubirizi twageraho inkorangana tukatunga factory erigara erikumanya igara growers tea factory swire tukora hamwe kunka amajani government ngakora capacity ne ukura abahinji nabone beyongera omukumi 2010 ababuheju bashaba kugira factory yabo hande jo factory twashaba government ya twesente abanyigara binji n'abahandi batwemerera bashara kujya gweje tuje promoting ejiramani ezeho nka factory ndijo ekshango mu rubuheju kunkubwire bushire haza hakavuyo ahagati yigara growers tea company igara growers tea factory hamwe na buheju tea factory akavuyo yako karita abahinji batamwa bamwe tubacuruma amajani bamwe tuba ebeyi nazo zayongera kushuma hazaho inkorambi ubutikirizangana hagati y'abanyigara nga factory n'ababuheju batandika kubinjiraho abakozi busha haba mismanagement ubwembezi bwaba bubi mbweno nicukuru munonga kugira ngo government yatire mesente zayo umukutandika factory yigara nangwa n'umukutandika factory yabuheju etahemu erengwe ibizu by'ubwebembezi ibirya hagati ya buheju hamwe n'igara byaterezwa twatunga ubusinge twatunga ubuteka abahinji baguze amajyana gabo akwata abahinji batandika kutamwa nurihora umuhinji yakugira ngo yaza gakura yaza kuzombindi government ine kujamaho naho ikarangweshonga ya mismanagement ikarangweshonga ya ownership kumanya ngo factory ya buheju ni y'abanyabuheju ni y'abanyigarabona ni ya company ya igarabuheju tea factory ejo company ejo factory ni y'abahinji bayo ibyo na government ikutereza rero ukinga amajani ukatunga ubuteka umurigara hamwe na buheju
omukuganiraho nowe kitinisa honorable Ephraim Belalo nawe hona yargaye no kugira ngo ubwa hati ntine kubaho enkwataganisa hagati y'abahinji b'amajani okurwo mu rubushenyi nangwa no mu rubuheju bambenda ngwa entkaya neza zirjeho nangwa nabo baganyuremo
ejo binena kuno busasi icyo bazajyana n'abanyarwanda bandi ebe y'amajani mu Uganda igwire konka abantu abakutegeka nkabigarana n'abandi bera kutora temperation ngo amajani gabwira umunsi yo natagaramazemo amahagagana ka Rwanda nka Kenya nabaguzeje munonga ito Uganda twijamukira eshonga roje government itekateka ho giteka yo kutebekanisa abahinji arikabategeka arikabahabura umuhanda no kutorakora amajani so government tereze iteka konka cya kabiri government tuyambe kampani ya buheru ikakorwa umwaka gwa 2018 twagmantu yenda sente zo kutubisaho okusiyo mwaka gwa 2008 o president Museveni yikirize akatwemerera government akatupe byoma byona tukatandika kombeka konkaje ngo tukaba tutaramajyana gitu tugahereka igara twashara kugira ngo amajyana ago hata bigara batwemerere tugaroni yo kora ebijo mirumo ya kore factory government yatuteraho ni tukatako mwana bwira kubushikire ababuje kwaje ngo betwari barika kubona bonesibwa munonga no kubaturugunya omurigara baje ngo batahe betongore factory yabone yemerera hata hajanwa abantu bamwe na bamwe tabarabona umurigara banango babakwatireyo babashitamire babatekere kinsi hati nje turiyo tugambera government ngo je taha mushongezo ereba hitwarigere iromanda gutora biremu erebe na hitwahika etuyambe tutane buryomwe atunge ihegarike ukweju ezo kwayo igara egumo kwayo twatanizo mbindi konka butari butegeki bwo kutucunga no kutushitamira
eche tuchamajani abine factory esente zikuza mu factory ni nyingi munonga amashanyarazi gari higuru konka kandi n'abakwinga amajani fatariza na yeri higuru so waba esente zikuza mu majani okabana n'esente eziba kwihamu ese ngeno abakwinga amajani bafera kandi n'aba factory nabo ni bafera so hati tihino abo bakwatanira abo amajani tagatwara kuba yagatwara no mu esente nce munonga so nitwenda government fatariza ejigabire gusha ninge gishare pay ecya kabiri cyena ngo abantu bayine factories z'amajani bona babahe ebeyi enche y'amashanyarazi kandi n'amajuta gwa kugura nago batagura ha pump price bagure agatino mushoro kugira ngo umuntu abone setezi yago kugira ngo amajani batagatemo ekindi batbarete tea policy policy yo kugira ngo neregulating amajani. That's the only problem which is there.
Honorable Rosemary Nyakikongoro ori omunyishenjero mukazi ori kushwekera abakazi ba district ya Shema none nawe yargaye no kugira ngo ibi byona byaremere babase kwata bebembezi kuruga muri buhweju no muri bushenyi baze aha board of governors okugira ngo ingaya nizo zikaho ninga byaremere buri district etunge cyome cyayo ninga factory yayo.
Attention z'amajani na mnonga abagweju nigara kurwanda ecyomecho ninga kutunga management yabo nyoni nyesiga ngo company kwe kura yaba yatandikirwe erinche konka ukashanga hati enterprise yongire abo ko byatandika buriya abo bari abahinje b'amajani mu rwejo bakabarbaje kandi nabigara bakabarbaje konka hati waza kureba amajani ge yongirire kimwe so nyoni nyesiga ngo factories yongire abo kugira ngo tubakwenda kusharinga responsibilities board okashanga bwejo no yatekaho board members abo kuba waba utina mujwecerwa wawe aha board iwe noja kuhereza yota etekateko yabahinje babajane abagwejo kandi batine representatives ahanchi aha board so kwenda kugira ngo tubakwenda kuyihaho okutanukana bicerezangane batunge board members bakwingana abigara na nabushenyi abo ko bona basaplying omunchi omukampanage emwe cyaba kitari ejo company bagidizorovinge bwejezo kwayo nabushenyezo kwayo bibeka district okuzatanje abo kwatu bwejine capacity yo producing amajani gayo na nabushenyi inama igara yasigera ine capacity yo producing achi amajani haze bibyatabiraho nibiza kureta ahantaro na mnonga ha muntu wahansi oguriyo nahinga amajani no wanda abantu ntuba kuza kutabukira bakatandika no kugira ati na no gakura so itwe abakwenda positions organization batarakatuma abantu bahansi banyangarira kana amajani bagira ki bagargamu bakazoma enterprises zindi
ebyo nabikiri aho hona nabo bebembeze nibagira ngo enshonga z'abahinje tibazifiroho kwetorora ihanga rya Uganda ngo no bwahatiya abahinje na munongo mu cyange cya Buganda tibafiro yo munonga kandi government obutosha ne bari batera
nikuba munakutiki banjagala nkubulire nti abalimi tubonyebonye okwata sente nyingi n'oteekamu okugula ensigo n'okwata sente nyingi n'oteekamu okugula eddagala erifuuyira n'okwata sente nyingi n'ogula ebigimusa ate on top of that abasajja bali abagenda okulima wali ennimiro eterere bulungi nga bw'ojagala ne tractors byonna biri expensive at the end of the day olabira ddala nti kakati ekinaakununula sizoni n'ekyuka sente nazo bbeeyi n'egaana olwaleero enkuba yaganya okusalako abalimi nibo babeera nga bajjayo kasooli mu nnimiro tebalina bamwanika kati ate kasooli naffe twabawa ensigo kasooli n'abalanga abalamu bungi yabala bulungi abalimi ebbeeyi ya kasooli n'esalibwa ate ng'ekikwewuunyisa amasomero abaana mwe bali bangi ate era ne kasooli tusobola okufuna akatale ak'amaanyi ennyo mu nsi ez'ebweru ezituliraanye naye olw'okubeera nno waliwo eyo reluctance eyo nti kaŋŋamba obutaagaliza kasooli era omungi ali nnyo wano mu central naye kati bw'otunuulira ebintu ng'amata ne bagajja nga mangi bbeeyi yago teggwa emmanga eyo ente bwe zibeera nga nnyingi ne balaba nti no nti balina okutundakokko ku nnyama wano mu Buganda nga balangirira kalusu nga bakola ne quarantine nga bagamba nti tewakyaliwo nte zonna kufuluma kugenda mu bitundu birala nti kubanga kalusu yazze and then you wonder so ekyo kye twagala tulabe twagalawo enkolegana tulabe nga gavumenti eno eyawakati econsideringa omulimi abalimi ab'amaanyi bali wano mu central naye buli we babeera nga balimi emmwanyi we zibeera nga zibaze nnyo ebbeeyi emmwanyi yekka kati kasooli wali mu bungi so kireeta abantu okufuna emitima emibi okuwankawanka ne wesanga nga obubbi bubeera nga bweyongezi mu Buganda ate nga bwe tugezaako okulaba nga tulwanyisa.
Tweheyo Ronald abwa Gntv omuri Kampala.
Webere mnonga tweheyo Ronald agongo tubatwinire mu abaziyogo kandi webere kutwegeita ho Gntv omugarukosya burishahi birizo mu abaziyo kwero kwanza mpaka lwa gatano inchiriza ongarike nkujise bya byo meto yitu ya garukosya tutakahendiri
Omugaruko serizoba akachika kasyaka kurre by'ubururu karahizibwa kandi bikiriza kwa kwija gukora imirimo yabo batine kibateganisa.
I, Simon Yabakama Mugenyi, having been appointed chairperson of the Electoral Commission, swear in the name of the Almighty God that I will and truly exercise the functions of chairperson of the Electoral Commission.
Abahinji b'amajyano muri Buweju nubashaba government kwebahereza factory yabokwe.
Kunka amajyano government ngakora capacity ne ukura abahinji nabone beyongera 2010 ababuweju bashaba kugira factory yabo.
Kandi hon obero district engineer wa district ya Rwanda obwa hatiya tacho mu office bwa nyuma yo kurgayo akabingwamo.
Banjurire mwena mu district engineer wa Rwanda hati tachari dene stress kumwe
Naganda omugarukosi.
Babare mnonga ogunguza batwinira mu abasiyogo evening special program niyo kubane kurataho nandi EVAS AKANKWASA marare kurunje.